laboratory that VADA use in Salt Lake City. It's exactly the same chain of command. They also test for the NFL, the NBA, LPGA, NASCAR, NCAA. They're a huge organisation. And yeah, I just think sometimes, you know, I don't mean to be talked down to small hall promoters, but at the same time, they shouldn't really talk on stuff they don't really understand.
A couple of final things for myself. Crawford wants a bit of Canelo Alvarez. Are you favouring?
Yeah, it's a wild one, isn't it? There's no chance of that happening. Like, Canelo would never weigh a pound less than 168. I know that, he would just never do it. And Crawford can't go up that high, but he's too small for Canelo Alvarez. As exceptional as he is, just too small.
McCaskill made some comments. She's issued an apology. Are you happy with that apology? Will she fight?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take a fight away. Those were stupid comments, and you know, we had a little bit of an issue about 6 months ago regarding a deal that we were doing that we never ended up papering. We lost a purse bid. The people who won the purse bid, it fell through. Then we used the opponent for Terry Harper. She wasn't happy. She said some wild things that quickly we spoke to, and I'm sure I could have got her to issue a 12-page apology, but I wasn't interested. It was just confirm you were talking absolute rubbish and you're sorry, and she did that, and we move on.
Progress?
Yeah, just trying to wait for the NBA schedule to come out to nail the venue and date. Devin wants it done ASAP. Regis has already signed, so just working on a date and venue.
Final thing for myself, look, the England women are taking on the Spanish women for the World Cup. Could you take the mic and look at the camera and send them an inspirational message? Well,
the inspirational message is the football you are playing is unbelievable. I mean, I don't want to say you're putting the men to shame, but you're putting the men to shame. And I will be back there. I have a 10-year-old daughter who's about to turn 11, who is football obsessed, and she cannot wait. So thank you for inspiring young females around the country, and good luck, and go and bring it home.
Cheers.
Eddie, what's the stumbling block in the AJ Wilder fight?
Nothing. Just it's a huge amount of money, and it has to all be approved to make that offer and secure the fight. Honestly, that's it. Like, there's
Plan B?
Plan B is to fight in December, maybe internationally. It's not like, people keep saying, keep going to me, you've got another plan, haven't you? No. Like, if we don't get the contract or the money that we presume we're getting, and we don't do the fight, yes, we will have another fight, but that is just, my instructions are, make that fight. They know what we made to fight Andy Ruiz, they know what we made to fight Usyk, they know what we want for this fight. If they can deliver that, it's on.
We saw Ibrahim Solomon coming in a big crowd today, and we saw you use some Arabic again. You're picking up quite a bit. Do you understand what you're saying?
Inshallah, God willing. I just said that if he trains hard and gets his luck, inshallah, he'll go all the way. But, I don't know if that's offensive. Good. Because I did say, sometimes, like, I know people can sometimes, at the end of the day, that's his religion, that's his people, and, I have no problem embracing that at all.
And we saw Carl Froch make comments about Tony Bellew on commentary, basically saying it's too biased. I spoke to Adi already, but he's kind of said the same. Are you guys going to look at Tony on the comms, or is that an open
No, Tony's passionate, but, he does support our guys. And it's something I guess he's actively aware of, like that he will try to not be biased, but it's difficult when you like someone and you're commentating on them. Carl's the same. If Carl likes someone, which is not many people, but I don't know, if it was like Lee Wood or something like that, he's going to want him to win over somebody else. But Carl's on one at the moment, isn't he? He's just sort of shooting down everybody, so we'll see.
Eddie, talk of a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is starting to get a bit of traction online. A lot of people giving Crawford a chance, even if it is at 168. How would you see it going? We know Canelo well.
Yeah, I mean, he would never come below 168, so it'd have to be at 168. I don't think Crawford would go to 168, and I don't think he could compete with Canelo. You've got to remember, Canelo's going to come in the ring at 180. So it would be a mismatch of size. As good as Terence Crawford is, I couldn't, one, see it happening, or two, him winning that fight.
Even this version of Canelo we've seen does seem to be...
Yeah, it's just it's a huge, you saw it with Dimitri Bivol, you saw not a small 168, but an average size 168 go up to 175, and I know skill was played a part there as well, but too big for Terence Crawford.
Eddie, is a unification fight between Nina Hughes and Ebony Bridges a necessity for Matchroom, or can we see both of them have voluntary defences?
I mean, it should be a necessity for them, really, not Matchroom. I want to unify every division in women's boxing whilst we can. So Nina has actually a mandatory against Jamie Mitchell next, called by the WBA. And Ebony has a mandatory coming up, but will probably have a voluntary, maybe even in America, in early November or end of October. And then I'd like them to fight next. You know, you've got Forsland against Luna coming up in a couple of weeks, a really good fight. And then those two should fight, and then they should fight for undisputed.
Perfect. You've also got Ellie Scotney as well with the world title in the weight division above. Could we see Ellie return on September 3rd?
Yes, more than likely. Looks like a voluntary defence, and then she'll look to Unify straight after.
Would that be against Mylan Rebus, the WBA champion?
Not in September, but yeah, quite possibly. I mean, obviously we've got her. She's ready to Unify. You've got Lefoubre, is it the French girl up there as well, as a WBO champion. And then Mercado, all great fights for Ellie. It'll be time after one voluntary defence and has to Unify.
Could September 30 be a world title double header?
Yeah. Well, Ellie Scotney plus a World Championship main event.